since the historic floods in the city earlier this month. They believe he may have drowned in the floods, but police say they don't have enough information to initiate a search. Flores lives in a homeless encampment where the 2 other men were found dead in the water earlier this month. Authorities have not declared an official cause of death for either of those men. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's Monday. And you know what Monday means? Monday means it's the day after Sunday. So it's one of those days. It's one of those interesting days where I don't really get what's going on in the world today. I mean, well, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. When we do things, we have to remember that once is a mistake, but twice is a choice. Why do I say that? There's a story that's out today, CBS58.com. Former MPD executive charged with election fraud tied to false residency. So we've had a number of people in Milwaukee that have been charged with election fraud, among other things. And I don't understand how that can happen. I don't understand because your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, and your grandparents always tell you that you can't do what other people do. You can't go where other people go. You can't say what other people say. But yet, we as black people seem to think that we can actually do that. Milwaukee Police Department announced today that a criminal complaint has been filed against a former civilian executive staff member, Marcy Patterson, following an internal investigation. According to MPD, allegations of misconduct came up in June. Chief Norman directed Internal Affairs to investigate, and the findings were sent to the DA's office. Prosecutors filed a complaint charging Patterson with one count of election fraud. The complaint states she voted in 12, not 1, not 2, not 5, but 12 elections between 2018 and 2025. Investigators said Patterson had not resided in Milwaukee since March of 2018. First moving to a home in Glendale, later to an apartment in Brown Deer. Despite that, records show she continued to vote at Samuel Clemens School in Milwaukee. She reportedly also claimed a 3% residency incentive in her department pay, totaling more than $8,200 in additional compensation. Now, that's over 7 years. It's not a lot. Complaint states that Patterson told MPD that the Milwaukee address was what she considered to be her permanent residence, as that was where her elderly mother lived, and because she did have occasional overnight stays. She resigned as Community Relations and Engagement Manager on July 21st after more than 3 years with MPD. So what brings this on? First of all, who'd you make mad that somebody would come after you for something like living outside the city? Yes, I know there's zealots. You have to live in the city because you get paid by taxpayer money. Yeah, but there's also this thing called the Constitution that says I get to live where I want to live, and if you don't want to pay me to not live in the city, then pay me to not live in the city, and it's fine. Number two, is 3% worth jail? Because we haven't heard any charges about the $8,200. We just heard about election fraud. But I guess the flip to $8,200 is to lose your salaried position. And then the $8,200 doesn't matter. What are we doing in the world where we're costing ourselves our livelihood to vote? That's number three. Number four, what makes you think in that instance you're not going to get caught? It's not like messing around with a guy or a girl and you keep it secret in a room somewhere where nobody knows. You're doing something that's on a public record that goes to the city, the county, the state, and the federal government. And that's a lot of elections between 2018 and 2025. We're talking 12. Now, who do you know? I guess this is number 5. Who do you know that you only got charged with one count? Now, let's look at it from the defendant's side. Simple misinterpretation of the law and what it says. Now, personally, no, let me not say personally. Professionally, I don't think so. I don't think so. When you work for a law enforcement agency, your not reputation, because I wasn't liked by everybody. A lot of people said I was a blankety blank. Starts with an A. Arrogant. See, you were thinking A-S. Okay. But that's just how it goes. When you do your job, somebody has to think that you're a blankety blank. Why? Because you don't get what you want. You get what the organization needs. And that's just called life. But when you're executive, when you're command staff, you're held to a standard that is nearly 100% perfection. But when I say perfection, I don't mean perfection as in physical or mental perfection. I'm not talking about I'm going to think and I'm going to say. I mean that when someone sits you down and says, hey, did you do this? You say, if you did it, yes. And if you didn't do it, say, no. That means being truthful. The fastest way to lose a job in law enforcement is to not be truthful. Everybody gets scared. Everybody gets backed into a corner. Everybody, including me, lies. Until what? Until it's that moment where it's by hook or by crook, you got to tell the truth. That's it. Tell the truth. It hurts. It's going to hurt people. It might even hurt you. But in the end, that's what saves you. And I think that's what happened. She got charged with one count. If she gets a good lawyer, plead that down, take a fine, vaya con Dios, adios. Is she the only one that's ever done this? Absolutely not. And I've known Marcy for years. What it comes down to is when you work for a police department, the mindset has to change. Things you can get away with the city of Milwaukee working as a civilian, you cannot in public service for police and fire. Which takes me full circle. 12 times? If you do it once, it's a mistake. If you do it twice, it's a choice. But if you do it 12 times, it's a habit.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
At Crash Course, we believe cost shouldn't stand in the way of safe driving. If you're 14 to 19 years old, you may qualify for 100% free driver's ed through Wisconsin's Driver Education Grant Program. That includes the full online course and all required behind-the-wheel lessons at no cost to your family. With convenient school-based pickup through Southeast Wisconsin, getting started is simple. Crash Course, the best choice driving school. Visit crashcoursewi.com to pre-register and hit the road with confidence.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I don't get it. Like, I don't really get the whole voter fraud thing. Like, I don't understand the voter yeah. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm being a little hard. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm being a little hard. But at some point, I don't know. 833-212-1017 is the number. Is that worth losing a job for? Is that worth, like, is voting really that deep? Like, is voting that important that a person should commit, well, for lack of a better term, a crime? I mean, I can think of people, love them to death. I'm not committing a crime for you. Well, it depends. Depends. Like, would I commit a crime for my spouse? Probably. Notice I say it probably, because it depends on what they did. Like, what'd you do? Well, I did so. Well, you're gonna have to hold that one up. But then, wouldn't you hold your spouse to the same level that you hold somebody else? But honestly, I don't think people actually understand or grasp what statutes say and what the law says. That's why social media is so dangerous. Sir Tron said, yeah, Dr. Ken, it appeared that Miss Marcy P. wanted to reap them extra coins. Maybe not. Maybe it was just an honest mistake. I know her. I've never known her to have that. Well, I've worked with her because we both worked for the city at the same time. Always been an honest and decent person. And continues to be. Doesn't do mistakes mitigate things we do? I say yes. But sometimes we get comfortable in doing things because we just, do them, and we did it and we got away with it. So, I don't know. SC said I was thinking arrogant. No. That's what you would be. See, what happens, SC, is we put our thoughts and our beliefs and our experience on somebody else. Well, that's arrogant. Well, and I've learned against that because I don't want anybody doing that to me. I know why you did that. Well, actually, you don't. All you got to do is ask me. If you ask me, I will tell you. This is what I did. Here's why. Here's the caveat to that. And you tell me whether or not I'm right. 833-212-1017. You tell me whether or not I'm right. If you have to give me 5 or 6 reasons why I shouldn't do something, that means that your argument is weak. If you can tell me don't do this because of that, and that's it, I got it. Because I know that one thing is going to blow up. Don't do that. But when you go, well, I don't think you should do it because you're tall and you're dark and you wear glasses. Okay, well, then that means that what you were telling me in the beginning was like weak by itself, which means I should be doing it. You just don't want me doing it, which is okay. That's your opinion. People have started to do things for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why it happened. It might be a simple mistake, but you have got to hold yourself to an ungodly standard. It's darn near perfection. Like, if you can think, watch this. I used to tell my children when they were growing up, we have conversations about how do you know what not to do? Because, Dad is a police officer. So if you do something, it's going to blow up. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be all over the place. As I went up in rank, then people start to know you. It's even worse. Now they know who your daddy is, right? So one of the things we had to do is I had to make sure they understood certain things you can't do. Like, there are certain things that you can't do. And they said, like, what? I said, well, look at it like this. And I've said it before years ago on this show. I said, if the choice pops up in your mind as to whether or not you should do something, it's an automatic no. If you have hesitation, something in you, your makeup, your psyche, your brain, something is telling you, don't do that. That's pretty much it. And that's what I told them. When you decide to do something, or you decide you're going to go somewhere, or you decide you want to go hang out with somebody, and you go, well, I don't know if I should go. That's an automatic no. Stay home. And in most instances, when they decided, nah, I'm not going to go because if I have to hesitate, say no. Said no, and guess what? Something happened. And I call, hey, where are you? You said you were going. I said, no, I'm not there. I'm at home. I go, oh, okay. Okay, bye. Bye. That's how life is. That's how life works. But for some reason, some of us don't look at life that way. Well, it's kind of doing it, and it's kind of, I just, okay. All right, you made a mistake. And because I've never known her to do things like that, I chalk it up as a mistake. Twice was a choice. All right, I did it last time, I'm going to do it this time. If I get caught doing something, I don't care how bad it is, short of homicide, I ain't stealing or robbing somebody or killing somebody that she's trying to kill me. If I get caught, I'm just liable to go, yeah. What do you mean? Well, yeah. You did that? Yeah. You said that? Yeah. And other people don't like it. To the point where I had a conversation with somebody the other day who was like, well, you ought to stop arguing with people that call. I'm like, but they argue with me. Like when I ask them something and they start going off onto a tangent, I got to bring them back. Like, hey, hold up. Wait, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. Thing that drives me crazy about everything. And so people assign, well, you must like Trump because every time somebody mentions Trump, you tell people to stop talking about it. Yeah. But you actually got to call when we're talking about Trump. You can't call when we're talking about Biden or talking about Kamala or talking about Democrats or what's going on in the city, and you're talking about Trump. Like, I can't connect those dots. So then I call you on it, and the first thing you do, you're a Republican. As if, I'm going to say that, and that's going to make you look bad. That's going to be character, because in the black community, if you call somebody Republican, oh, my God, that's the worst thing you can call them. And the fact that 70% of black people up through 1980 were Republicans. But, well, who cares about history, right? It'll feel good. 12 times is a habit. 12 times is more than a habit. It's a crime. I want to know who other people know that I could do something 12 times and get charged once. That's what I want to know. One time. Let me do one. Because I think what happened is it's a crime, but they recognize that there was no malicious intent. There was no malicious intent. You're an adult and you should have known. And you'll go through some drama, you'll go through some trauma, and then you'll get over it, and you'll be better for it. Every mistake I've ever made, I ended up being stronger and better for it. Life happens. Part of the process, it's like being, and I really can't say because I've never been addicted to drugs and I'm not a drinker. But it's like going to AA. First thing you have to admit, you're an alcoholic. Now, when you start talking about alcohol as a disease, I got a problem with that. Because you had to choose to drink it. I can't choose a disease. I think I'll choose to be an alcoholic today. Okay. You can have the personality. You can have an addictive personality, but you can't be like, I have a disease. I drink too much alcohol. So then what does a person that do drugs or talks too much or pops pills? Like, are they diseased too? Or it's an addictive person. I have an addictive personality. I literally have to watch what I eat, watch what I do because I can become addicted. It becomes habitual, right? And I got to stop. But what about you? Things that you do that you know you shouldn't do, but you do it anyway.
So some people are addicted to voter fraud. Is that what I'm hearing?
I got to do you like I do everybody else. Who told you to talk on my show?
I'm just asking a question.
But who told you to talk on my show? Okay, you've been broken in. Okay. So no, they're not addicted to voter fraud, but I wouldn't call that, because the time between votes is so long, I wouldn't call that part of an addictive personality. Addictive personality is doing the same thing all the time on a regular basis so that it becomes part of your day. So that when you break it, or the way you eat, right? I had to change the way I eat so I could lose weight because I was addicted to certain foods. Not because I had to have it, but because I have an addictive personality. Well, I did that last time. I got to do the same thing this time. No, let's not do that. I recognize that in myself. Other people don't. Other people, as he said, what? Yes, that's right. It ain't got nothing to do with arrogance. It's not arrogance. Might be dumb, but it's not arrogance. People aren't fools. People get away with what you let them get away with. I'm pretty sure she wasn't the only one, and this is not the only one. I'm sure there are thousands of people in Milwaukee that got caught with voter fraud. Should she get hammered and blasted all over media? Absolutely not. But when you work in a glass house, call the Milwaukee Police Department. That's what happens. That is what happens. And it just is what it is. It just is what it is. And now with
Southbound on 41, we've got some backups now coming in from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side slowing from Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol. Eastbound 94, watch for delays heading through from about Springdale Road through the Barker Road area, and then back on the brakes from 84th Street to Hawley Road. Westbound is backing up out of the Marquette all the way past Hawley Road, almost to 68th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you scrolling through life instead of living it? With US Cellular's US Mode, it's easier than ever to block out distractions and focus on what truly matters, making genuine connections. And now, through the 10K Life in US Mode sweepstakes, you could win $10,000 to reconnect with what's most important. Imagine the joy of creating lifelong memories with loved ones on a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Don't miss out. Enter now at giveaway.uscellular.com. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes runs now till August 31st, 2025. See official rules online. Switch to US Mode and live more.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King. which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers lose their second series in a row, this time to the Giants. They lost Sunday's game 3-4.
God, I wish we could have got that for you, huh? What a great crowd, and it's just such great turnout to honor such an incredible man, and then just a great event.
The crew now welcomes the Arizona Diamondbacks to Milwaukee for a 4-game series. The Packers win their final preseason game 20-7 against the Seahawks. But now it's time for cuts to be made.
And this is always kind of a bittersweet time in terms of you got to say goodbye to a lot of guys that have busted their butt for months and months and years.
September 7th begins their regular season. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, what's up, Kwanda? I don't know what's going on. We trying to get in and see what's going on with that. So we gonna try to see. She says she blocked. How you get blocked? Who blocked you? Was it accidental? I don't know. Well, you got the talking text line right here. 833-212-1017 is the number. Just, what you should really do is just download the app, and that way you don't have to bother with all this stuff. And then you can hit us on the talking text line. You can listen on the app. Everything's good. You can just go to the Apple Store or Google Play Store and just download and be done. Sir Chance said, maybe, just maybe, Marcy, she shares her similar philosophies as you do, as far as first and second time making a mistake, but just happened to lose count. Okay, now you're just poking people. Now you're just being that guy. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. In other words, show the respect that you would want shown to you if you were in the same predicament. How's that? Is that fair? Well, we all know life's not fair, but is it at least, fair? Is it, give people a break. That's what I say. Just, Current temperature is 68 degrees. The low tonight is 50. So you're going to need a jacket. You kind of need a jacket now, but I think it's because I'm getting older. I need a jacket. I get cold, right? And then I come here and realize it's not me. It's the studio. It's just cold. The low tonight is 50, 43% humidity. Visibility is at 10 miles. Winds are from the northwest at about 11 miles an hour. So it's just enough to have just enough slight breeze where you feel it. So, sunsets at 7:37 tonight. So, be careful if you're out there. Be careful if you're out there. SC say, Kwanda blocked? I don't know. They say, fix this, Dr. Ken. Okay, let me help you. I'm an on-air host. I'm not technical. I ain't got no passwords. I ain't got nothing. So I can't fix nothing. I can complain about it enough and people hear it on the air and they go, oh, I guess we should fix that. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. Not really a city girl. What's going on? What's up, Dimitri? Reginald, how's things going? See, I've been very nice today. I've been, in a good mood today. you're not a novice. Andrew is producing my show today. I don't know. What do you want to be known as on the air? Andrew?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Not Andy. Please.
You know, I was Andy for the first 18 years of my life, and then I went to college, and I became Andrew.
Right. I was Kenny. I don't even answer to the name anymore.
Really?
Yep.
Dr. Kenny? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, don't ever say that again.
That just doesn't fit you.
I know. I'm not going to tell you what my grandmother used to call me. Champ.
I like Champ.
Don't ever call me that again either.
I like that. That's a good nickname though.
Yeah, but don't call me that. Dr. Ken is fine. And that's Kyle and my sister from another mister, Cherie Harris. It's their fault. Because I thought the title was going to be, I don't know what it was. I'm the only one that got a day part in the title of the show. And then they put with Dr. Ken Harris. I'm like, doctor? Like, ugh. And so now then it put me at a, and I'm stuck there. I can't ever step off. Yeah, but you gotta, and I keep hearing that. So I got to go back to, got to go back to being, me and being all that. It's okay though. I mean, I take it as a form of discrimination, but hey, because half the people like you or half the people don't. Sort of like being a black coach in the NFL, right? So Blavity has a great story, a lawsuit brought by an NFL coach accusing the league of discriminating against black coaches can proceed after a federal appeals court cleared the way for the case to continue. The court ruled against what has been deemed as an unfair NFL arbitration process, leaving the league open to accusations that it has acted unfairly toward black coaches. Shocking. The NFL? Nah. Now the owners have, because the owners have are there any black-owned football teams?
There are not.
All right, I didn't think so. Last Thursday, the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Manhattan upheld an earlier ruling by Judge Valerie Caproni that allows a lawsuit by Minnesota Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores to proceed. Flores has sued the NFL and three of its teams, Denver Broncos, Houston Texans, and New York Giants, for racial discrimination. In her 2023 ruling, Judge Caproni acknowledged racial disparities in the NFL. Racial? There are no racial disparities because there's no race. There's nobody in the coaching ranks. So what they do is they just say, hey, you got to interview like 20% of black coaches. So you interview all of the black coaches for one position, and then you pick the white guy that you want. Now, me understanding entrepreneurship, hey, if that's what you want, that's what you want. Me personally, black people should get together, create a team, but the same group of white owners won't let you in. So you either start another league or you just don't do it. Judge Caproni noted, although the clear majority of professional football players are black, only a tiny percentage of coaches are black. The NFL attempted to require that the dispute with Flores being settled through arbitration, another white guy or white girl coming in there doing it, with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, the main culprit, serving as the arbiter. Wait a minute. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is hired by the owners. Wow. The appeals court ruled that the process proposed by the NFL with Goodell in charge did not meet proper standards of fairness and independence. That's shocking, too. Flores filed his lawsuit in 2022 after being fired from his coaching job at Miami Dolphins, despite the team having a winning season. Flores interviewed for head coaching position, but alleged that the teams conducted these interviews with no intention of actually considering him for the jobs. He revealed that a text exchange with then New England coach Bill Belichick accidentally revealed that the New York Giants had already decided on another coach before Flores' scheduled interview with this team, and this appeared to violate the Rooney Rule, an NFL rule that requires teams to interview at least two outside minority candidates for open head coach, general manager, and coordinator positions. Two other black coaches, Steve Wilkes and Ray Horton, later joined the lawsuit. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017. Is he doing the right thing? Is he making it harder for black players? Is he making it harder for people like Shador to play his game while always being coached by somebody that never looks like him. And does that even matter? Does it matter having a black coach, or does it matter having a black coach in a position of leadership when not just statistically, but in all actuality has shown that less than 20% of new coaches hired into the league have been black? Over 40 head coaches, percent of them have been fired after only one season, but white coaches with worse records are kept on. And let's be straight. That place called Green Bay did it to Ray Rhodes. Came in, had a decent season, got bounced. One season, maybe two, gone. Person came in behind him, had the exact same season, maybe one extra win. They kept him. Next season, worse than Ray Rhodes. Kept him. We have a record 15 black quarterbacks starting at the beginning of the 2024-2025 season, yet black players have come under scrutiny and retaliation for protesting racism. Now, Colin Kaepernick, they talk about him, but he was just stupid. You're in America. There are multiple things you can protest. Does he have a right to protest? Yes, he does. But there are multiple things to protest. You don't go to an NFL game shown around a bazillion countries around the world and diss your own country. If you do that, if you had done that in the Olympics, you'd have got bounced and they wouldn't have thought about you twice. You still got to play the game. And he didn't play the game. And you're black. So you know you're going to be held to a higher standard, even if the standard is unreachable. No, you have to be perfect. You have to put your hand over your heart. You have to say, I pledge allegiance to the flag. You got to sing America the Beautiful. You got to sing all that stuff. Recognizing that the reason that you do protest is because you live in America. And the reason that you're able to protest is because you live in America. You just got to pick when, not, I know what I'll do. I'll wait till it's national TV, and then I'll kneel. You'd have done better just not putting your hand over your heart, not singing, and be done. Like other players do. Other white, Hispanic, Asian players, they just stand there. But you kneeled. And then you complained when they burned you for it. Like, what did you expect? So now we have this lawsuit. Flores expressed concern that his decision to take legal action against the NFL may hurt his career. Yeah, but you're going to probably get paid more than you would have as a coach. Because you know they're going to pay him off, right?
As long as he's doing what he's doing in Minnesota, I think he'll have a job for life. He's a great defensive coordinator.
Oh, God, yeah. But here's the kicker. Why can't he be a head coach? Didn't the guy that took the Packers to the Super Bowl with the mustache and then went to Seattle, Mike Holmgren? Mike Holmgren. Didn't he, like, he was a defensive coordinator. He was a defensive guy. Like, we have a lot of coaches who are defensive guys. Do what you do. Do what you do. I know you got to take care of everything, but if that's your jam, do that. And then let the offensive coordinator do their job. But it's just weird. It's just weird. He was an offensive coordinator? Okay. So who am I thinking about that was a coach but a defensive coordinator? Anyway. Well, clearly they got one in Minnesota because Minnesota's looking pretty good. Packers going to have a problem this year. With Detroit, Minnesota, and Chicago might be coming up because we beat them. So, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go take a break now before I get hollered at.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is, and I always pause when I say this because I can never say specifically. I have trouble with specifically. I always want to say specifically. Anyway, it is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation, rigorously tested for quality and performance to last for years, and built to create long-term energy savings. And if you order by August 31st, today is the 25th, so you got 6 days to get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com, PellaWI.com. Look at me putting that public school education to use. I'll tell you. 833-212-1017 is the number. Sir Charles said, quit bullying Andrew. If he wants to chime in for a second or two, let him. But he does have to get broke in. So here's the kicker. So first of all, it's not bullying. Y'all need to grow up. Y'all need to toughen up y'all kids. Oh, they're getting bullied. If you grew up and you didn't get bullied, that's why we got the nonsense we got now. Anyway, Angela said he would have done better not taking those American millions. Yeah, right, okay. I mean, if he really wanted to prove a point by kneeling. So watch this. What did he prove by kneeling? What did anybody prove by kneeling? What did anybody prove by writing Black Lives Matter in the end zones? What did anybody prove by doing all this stuff? And then the first thing people want to say is they blame Trump. White people didn't like it from the beginning. They played along because it made them money at the time. Watch this. If anybody decides they want to help you out by giving you money, that's a problem. If you're not going to give me the model that you use in order to make money so I can make my own, they didn't do that. Oh, we'll just pay you off. Here we go. And that's what they do. Nothing changed. They still hired their friends. Nepotism was still there. And that's how it went. So what'd you get from making all those millions? Nothing. You could invest it and make more. But after that, kneeling didn't do anything. You can't blame Donald Trump for DEI. You need to blame the people that went along with it and pushed it to where they got rid of it. But I told people, and y'all lambasted me. Oh, my God, you don't support DEI. No, why? Because it's not going to last. It's a false premise. You want inclusion? Include me in the boardroom, your C-suite. Help me start a business. Nope, won't do that. I'll create a position over here. If diversity was that important, right, this is what I always tell people, regardless of the organization, whether it's a school, a nonprofit or for-profit business, if the person that runs diversity, equity, inclusion does not have a title of vice president and does not report directly to the president with nobody in between, they do not support DEI. That's what I said. And every single company that didn't have that got it, because it's hard to get rid of a vice president when they're a vice president in your company and they have bought in and own stock and all this other stuff, right? It's expensive. But equity and inclusion actually helps. Diversity actually helps your company to a point. As long as the person that you're trying to sell to looks like them, you're fine. The problem we forgot is that black people have had to play both sides of the coin where white people have not. The only people that have done that are people that were white and went to an HBCU. And you can tell by the way you talk to them, the way they respond, the way they understand, just like we've had to. I've had to understand Irish culture, Jewish culture, Italian culture, Latino culture, all that. But nobody bothers with black culture. Hey, you got your month. Okay, we're done. Bye. Gone. Somebody said, what your producer know about Alicia Myers off your break? Or is that just something that ran off your playlist? Okay, time out. Why are you questioning him? You should be questioning me, number one. Number two, y'all leave my producer alone unless you want to mess with me. You want to mess with me, Sir Johns? I'll see you in McDonald's next time. Oh, that's right. I haven't been at McDonald's in a while. Did I tell y'all he charged me up a few years ago at McDonald's? Hey, you Dr. Ken? As soon as he started talking, I was like, wow, Sir Johns. Wow, okay. That's all right. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, man. Hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. You did. You crushed me. You crushed me. Reginald said, yeah, the temperature drop is dropping. It's like I was shivering since Saturday night. What are you, like 800 years old or something, Reggie? Like you getting cold, man? Okay, dude. Laura, you know I'm not going to say her name, right? You know I'm not. He said he's up there with his TS shirt on because I don't say her name. I don't say her name. I think she's ugly. I actually think she's ugly. I think she's ugly. That's just me. Miles said, come on, Dr. Kid, it's just a name. I'm not. Reginald, that's silly. He said, don't type with your mouth full. Your mouth full. Yours was full. You the one can't type. If you're like, what? What are you even saying? What are you even saying? 833-212-1017. You know we got top 5 at 5 coming up. So make sure you hang around for that in the 5 o'clock hour. But going back to Marcy that we talked about at the top of the hour. And if you have an issue, go back and listen to the Dr. Ken's Truth. I'm torn. Like I was telling somebody today, you have to actually avoid, like if it looks like something might be. Yeah.
Are you torn because you know this person, or are you torn because of the situation?
I'm torn because of the situation. First. Secondly, I know her. Anybody can do anything, so whether I know you or not, for me, is irrelevant. I don't think. I believe that at some point, You're just held to a standard that's has multiple points more than other people. And people always say it's a higher standard. No, there's one standard. Your percentage of breaking that standard is significantly smaller than everybody else. You might get 0.01. Everybody else gets like 5. Right? General public, about 93% of the public lives their entire life and never has any police contact other than knowing them. That was it. I know that person. He's a cop. Then you got about 3%, maybe 4%, up to 97, that are like, I'll dip in, I'll dip out. I did some drugs growing up. I did that. And then you got 3% that in and out, always arrested, always causing trouble, always doing stuff. That's just life. That's why we have the police. Because people have decided they're going to break the social contract. Hey, in the 5 o'clock hour, we got the top 5 at 5. And I got to ask you, are you ready for a disaster? We just had flooding. We just had all this stuff that came through the city. And I guarantee people are still not ready for snow when it comes. Yes, I said it because it's coming. It's going to snow. And then you're going to be at home crying, please bring me some food. Anyway, top 5 at 5 up next.
Shuffle, or this may be whatever it is, these, Dr. Ken, are real consequences.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I believe that there's going to be a step back and a rollback to some of those places that we're talking about making cuts because of the drastic outcome that can occur.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth. From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, we find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with our credit specialists and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. This summer, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch, 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Before I hit to my top 5 at 5, I got to. You also opine that TS is ugly, but yet you've been an avid buyer of all her music. No, I haven't. You're a liar. A ball-face, booty-in-the-face liar. Never. I do not own one Taylor Swift song. I have never downloaded one Taylor Swift song on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher. I'm just making it up. I have never, and I've never heard any of her music because I don't listen to Taylor S. I will never say her both first and last name together. I don't like her. Including but not limited to bids on her soon-to-be-released album, whatever. LOL. Can you block Chauncey? Like, block him on everything. If he's on X, if he's on Facebook, if he's on Snapchat, WhatsApp, Twitter, well, that's X, Facebook, LinkedIn, block him. Everything. Talk to text, YouTube, boop, done. There, you're done. I'm just kidding. I just don't get it. I don't. There's some music I don't like. There's some guy music, like back in the day, it just never, like guy slow music, it just didn't. It just never did. I am a high energy, EDM, all that. Martin Circus, all that, like all that. This stuff, I can't.
How do you feel about Rush?
No, I don't like Rush.
Okay.
And it's not a big deal. I'm just never, it just never, like, you know, it just never, like, it just didn't do it. Here's music I like. That's the kind of music I like. I'm not into all that other, like, don't you like that? That's music. Right here. All right. So if you hear that coming from a car and you go, I think that's Dr. Ken. Or that.
What's your DJ name?
I don't have a DJ name. I haven't had a DJ name in years. Years and years and years I haven't had a DJ name. I haven't. I can do this.
This the remix. It's Miami.
Okay. So that's enough. So you can get a flavor of the kind of music I like. Not the boring. You don't even know this one.
Nights in white satin.
Okay. So I had to tell somebody about that song that you don't want to play. What was it? I said, did you listen to the lyrics? They were like, no. I was like, okay. And then they listened to the lyrics. They were like, oh. It's like, yeah, you don't want to. Don't do that. I mean, but some people don't know. They thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to play that. No, you don't want to do that. That's really not a cool thing to do. Oh, I think it'll be cool. Oh, don't do that. But I like high energy dance music. I do.
We were talking before the show about some behind the scenes stuff, and I have like 30,000 things I'm thinking about right now. Because like your break screens, I'm thinking some graphics. I'm like, DJ. I'm trying to come up with a good. I'm going to come up with a good DJ name.
Don't do it. The old school they called me is OG DK.
OGDK. That's too many letters.
Nobody asked you. It's my name, OGDK. That's it. Four letters. That's it. Like, I'm not asking permission.
I'm saying as a younger person who's like, bringing in.
I am not trying to. Hey, act your age. OG. I'm an OG. I'm loving it. I'm living it. Gangster. Then everybody laughing. Ain't no gangster.
Number 5.
From WISN.com, Milwaukee police said a vehicle being driven by a suspect had been connected to a recent non-fatal shooting, and a 17-year-old is now in custody in connection to that police chase in Milwaukee that ended with a deadly crash near 51st and Center this past Saturday, killing an innocent driver. That's what I get for drinking coffee before I start talking. Milwaukee police said the crash happened just before 7:40 p.m. when officers spotted a vehicle near 60th and Meineke. Cars wanted in connection with a recent non-fatal shooting, and witnesses at the scene described the chaos with one saying, "I hear sirens, I pull over like you're supposed to, and I see the cops chasing somebody." The crash turned 3 blocks of Center. That didn't make any sense. Into a massive, I got it. The crash turned 3 blocks of Center Street into a massive crime scene, with witnesses reporting that someone was receiving CPR along the road for nearly 20 minutes. Police confirmed that the person receiving CPR was the innocent driver hit and later pronounced dead. The person who died was identified as 30-year-old Hassan Harris. 31-year-old passenger has serious injuries. Why would you run? Homer Blow was talking about that earlier. Why would you run? Like, why? Like, what is that? You've already messed up. You're already wanted in a shooting. You know that. And then you run from the police, and then you kill somebody else. And then you actually kill someone else. Makes absolutely no sense. Some of the things we do. Although, I guess right now, because I don't know if it's because of Black Lives Matter or whatever, but I guess boycotts work.
Number 4.
From Blavity.com, the Target CEO is stepping down. He's like, I'm out of here. They ran him off. CEO of Target stepping down as the company continues to struggle to increase profits in the face of a boycott from black customers. The change at the top of the company after months of black customers avoiding the store over its decision to scale back programs to recruit black and other minority employees to support black-owned businesses. So here's the kicker. You're also hurting all the black people who have all of their products in Target. My suggestion, you may want to find another store. Target might not be around long enough for you to actually do that. Target announced that Brian Cornell will be stepping down from his top position at the company. Michael Fidelki, currently chief operating officer at Target, will step into the CEO role. And you know what that means, right? He gonna get held for all the stuff the prior one did. The change, unanimously approved by the board, comes as the company has underperformed financially in recent years, a situation that the company hopes Fidelki will be able to change. So if he goes to the black community and does a mea culpa, sure. Otherwise, not going to happen. And see, one thing that people forget, there's a negligible loss you can do, but when you have black people who are roughly 13.5% of a population, that number sways elections, sways how much money you make in your store, sways a lot of things. And one of the reasons is that we are becoming non-monolithic. We don't all think the same way and all that. We do some things the same. We hold some things important and dear. But the way we've been taken advantage of in the past, those days are over. And I think Target found out, well, the hard way, that life is a-changing. Oh, and by the way, if you have Gmail, your life's about to change again.
Number 3.
From Forbes.com, Google has confirmed that hackers are gaining access to Gmail accounts. That's because y'all don't use that verification and second, all that stuff. So compromised passwords are behind a significant number of successful intrusions, but there's a separate warning from the tech giant that must now be addressed. Most Gmail users must change their password to secure their account. This month, we've seen a raft of warnings. All 2.5 billion Gmail users are now at risk after Google's own Salesforce database was hacked. We have also seen the latest warnings that scammers pretend to be Google support staff and are targeting account holders via emails and calls using Google's own AI to help do it. I don't answer people's emails. I don't answer people's texts. And if you're not in my mail, like if you send me a text and I don't know who you are, I block you. And then people will call me and say, hey, I tried to call you and I got blocked. Yeah, because I don't know who you are. So text me and say, hey, this is so-and-so. Like, who does that and doesn't put their name in it? That's just weird to me. Hey, I'm going to text you. I've never texted you before, but I'm not going to tell you who I am. And then I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to get an instant junk done. Before this latest set of hacks and warnings, Google had already warned that most account holders need to upgrade the security on those accounts. That means using a form of two-factor authentication that's not SMS, and even more critically, adding a passkey to accounts and then using that as the default signing. And so I have passkeys to everything. Like, I got to show my face or use my phone and do all this other stuff, and it's like 2 or 3 steps. I'd rather do that than to what happened than to go through what happened to a friend of mine the other day. Hey, I got a RFP and I want you to sign up for it. And it was written like you would have thought it was from him. And I looked at it and I went, okay, first of all, you've never sent me anything business related in the entire time I've known you. So what did I do? Send him a text. Hey, dude, did you just send me this email? He said, no, I got hacked. I said, you might want to tell people that. Like, when people hack your email, you should actually send out another email and say, hey, if you received the email from me, it was hacked. It'll be right after the other one. You go, oh, okay. And you, So now I had to block him. And it was a business account. That's what made it so bad. It was a business account. Don't you get tired of all this stuff in life? I get tired of it. I'm ready to tap out. I'm ready to see if I can just get a lot of money and roll.
Number 2.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Powerball jackpot is at $750 million. It's the 10th largest in history. It has a cash value of $338.6 million. So after you pay the state, pay the county, and the excise tax on Powerball is at 55%, right? Did you know that? Some states will hit you for 55%. If I'm at $750 million, $750 million, I'm really not going to care. I'm just really not going to care. Like, I'm not going to care whether, hey, we was going to give you $750 million. We only going to give you $338. Oh, and all I had to do was buy a $1 ticket or $5 ticket to win $338.6 million. Darn it, that's okay. I'm going to give you the ticket back. No. I'm taking $338.6 million and I'm wrong. And it's going to be more because more people are going to play. So the 750 is going to go to like 850, 900. So here's the key. Do you do that? People say you shouldn't gamble. But I don't think it's gambling if you play only as, like, I've only played, like, in my entire life, in my 60s, I've only played the lottery maybe. I can't think of a year that I've actually played the lottery like twice in a year.
Really?
Right. Like I haven't played the lottery this year ever. I might buy one for Wednesday.
Every time the jackpot gets over $1 billion, I play.
I don't. It's just like, I'd rather earn it.
$1 billion?
Yeah. Because then I don't have any issues with people and cousins that are, hey, I was online and I saw that you're my 4th cousin. Can you? No.
You're already blocking the number anyway.
I'm just not. I'm just not. I saw you on Ancestry.com and I see him. No, we're not doing that. I wouldn't do that to my first cousins. If you're my fifth cousin, it's an absolute no. I'm not even going to take your DM.
You're not breaking off any for anybody? Okay.
Nope. I'm going to set it up so there's perpetual income for at least 5 generations. Then I'm done. You got to earn it. You got to be a certain age before you can get it. All that. You can't just roll in. Hey, I got some. No. I mean, you do have money. You just don't have access to money. You're only getting this. And it's going to be just enough to live off of, but not enough to stay at home. So you're going to still have to go to work. And if you go to work, you'll make out like a fat rat. If you don't, it won't be enough to live off of. It's like making $100,000 or it's like making $50,000 and you need 55 to live off of. I'll give you another 20 or 30. And then you can live great. But if you say, well, I'm not going to work then because I'm getting that, it's not enough to live off of.
So 5 generations, you're getting really good vacations. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, you'll get really good vacations, but part of it is that you have to work for the family business. You have to work for that. Like, you'll have like a family
DJing business.
No. They'll hire somebody to invest and work with your money. Like you have like a whole family office. Like that person's hired to be your personal investor. You got to work for them. You got to go to work every day. You got to help find. You got to work. And then when you get a certain age, then you can get it. But other than that, nope. You are not going to live like JFK Jr. Live like a fool and then kill everybody in your family. No, you're not going to do that. Hard-headed, arrogant, stupid. Just, no. But that's what money does to people. But, I mean, think about it. You get in an airplane. People tell you, hey, dude, it's overcast. You are a visually rated pilot. You are not instrument rated. So you only fly by vision. Yes, you're only going from New York to Martha's Vineyard. Yes, I know. But it's cloudy and it's overcast. And you almost hit a plane coming in for a landing when you left JFK. And we're shocked that you flew yourself and your wife and your sister-in-law and killed them? Come on. Dude, come on. After Top 5 at 5, we're going to talk about just that. We're going to talk about the fact that money and luxury items can kill you. It can. It can kill you. And we need to be careful of that because people with money do dumb things. People with money do weird things.
Number 1.
From Fox6Now.com, if you haven't heard, over the weekend, according to Milwaukee police, 43-year-old victim was shot and wounded around 9:50 a.m. Victim was taken to the hospital, is expected to survive. That's from 24th and Hopkins. You had 69th and Carmen, 26th and Atkinson, 12th and Concordia, 20th and Cleveland. What does that mean? That means we had 6 people shot, one of them fatally. 16-year-old shot and killed near 12th and Concordia, and a 14-year-old was also injured in a shooting near 20th and Cleveland. Same question then that I have now. Where are the protests? Where's the protests? We had shootings. We have all this stuff. Where are the protests? Still waiting. Where are the protests? That I don't understand. I've never understood how we're not protesting Black lives being killed, people being shot. Nothing. And I find it interesting. Could you do me a favor? Wauwatosa PD had Waukesha PD had a alert earlier for a guy that was critical missing that they were searching. I think it was a silver alert. They were looking for a guy. Here it is. Can you see whether or not that's still in effect? It was on Twitter. There's a silver alert for a guy in a wheelchair, Willie Darrow, Darrough, last seen on 95th and Blue Mound Road in Wauwatosa. He's a black male, 6'1", 175 pounds, black and gray hair, 2 inches in length, wearing a white and black T-shirt and distressed jeans. Waukesha Police Department. If you see him, contact them at 262-524-3831. Let's see if he's still out. He's in a wheelchair. So it's not like you have to chase him. He's in a wheelchair. But, okay, it's still open. Okay, so if you're on the lookout, if you're driving around 95th and Blue Mound, or clearly he's moving east, be on the lookout for that. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, luxury items. Luxury items. Is it going to kill us?
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
Be careful of the decisions that you make and the company that you keep, because that is going to determine a certain consequence. So you don't have to wait to go to prison, or you don't have to wait to figure it out what the consequences may be. All you got to do is look at your decision making and who you allow in your space. If they making wild decisions, wild things don't happen. But you don't get to choose what wild things are going to happen.
Catch the Tori Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season, you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
What builds a strong financial future? It starts with small lessons, like saving a little each day. With U.S. Bank award-winning digital tools, you can track, spend, and save all in one place. Every deposit, every decision turns small steps into lasting opportunities. At U.S. Bank, we're here to help you build healthy financial habits today so you can open new doors tomorrow. Building a future together. U.S. Bank, the power of us. Visit usbank.com/powerofus to learn more. Member FDIC.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Американская фирма Transceptor Technology приступила к производству компьютеров «Персональный спутник».
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833-212-10. Number just went. I looked at this. As soon as I read it, my brain went, great impressions. That's what's on my mind, great impressions, graphics, and printing. They've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. They offer a wide variety of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, postcards, plus they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and much, much more. For your next project, visit them. Great Impress GreatImpress.com. Great Impressions, we are here when you need us. Make sure you check them out. 833-212-1017 is the number. Oh, I did know the number. Sir Chance is having a day on the talking text line. Okay, then. Well, Dr. Ken, now that we have an idea of at least one of the genres of music you like, how about you make sure you toss in a Good Life or Big Fun by Inner City? No. Yeah, make sure you have one or both of those on your playlist. No. See how easy that was?
How do you feel about Daft Punk?
No.
Really?
No. Absolutely not. When you get your money, when you win the lottery, $338.6 million, you can play what you want. You can start your own radio station.
I'll play whatever you want, man.
You can get your own radio station. Because money does that. So I've seen over my span of life that when dumb stuff happens to people, usually it's the person doing something by accident, but then there are some purposeful things people do, right? So let me ask you this question. Hit me on the talking text line, 833-212-1017 or the YouTube chat. What are some of the things well-off people own, rich people own, people with money own? Like, what are some of the things, right? I'm not talking extravagant. I'm just talking about basic, they got money because they have a, right? I wouldn't count car because anybody can own a car and it can be a luxury car and say, oh, look, they got money. Well, they may not. Or at least they downplay it. MLive.com has a story today. A man took a boat, one of those luxury items, out on Lake Michigan Friday evening and hasn't been seen since. Charlie Brown, 51 years old. Coast Guard is searching, and they say they're also seeking information from the public regarding his whereabouts. He was last seen on Friday as he departed on the Rossa, R-O-S-S-A, Rossa, a sailboat from McKinley Marina in Milwaukee. He hasn't returned. So, who do you know that owns a sailboat? People that own boats, super luxury cars, experimental airplanes, not regular airplanes, because you can get a pilot's license and go to Timmerman and rent a plane and be done. But experimental airplanes, I mean, you remember what's his name? John Denver, disappeared. Did they ever find him? I don't think so. Why? Flying an experimental airplane in California, went out over Catalina Island, flew out, never came back. What about Sonny Bono? U.S. congressman or a senator, one of those, from Sonny and Cher. Skiing. What's the one thing they tell? First of all, you got to have some money to ski. So there's certain things people with money do. But then there's certain people that have money, it kills you. Like skiing, like boating, experimental airplane. Like, why would you do that? They did? Did they find the plane?
I don't think they found the plane. They did find the body.
Okay. After or before the sharks got to them?
They got it via fingerprints. So tells you everything you need to know.
So ain't nothing. Okay, got it. Is it worth it? No. But that's what people do when they get a lot of money. Oh, we could do this. We've never done that. Let's climb. I'm not climbing Mount Everest. I'm not. I'll put it in half, right? You can fly me past it and I can say, I saw Mount Everest. That's it. Let's climb this. Dude, it's a volcano. What are you doing? Yeah, but it's the fact that we're doing research. Okay. When that hot lava hits you and you're gone, I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to be like, that was dumb. Hey, let's go down in a homemade submersible submarine. Are you kidding? Dude took his kid in there and ended up killing himself, other people, and his son. And the kid didn't even want to go. Like, Dad, I don't want to go. You got to go. You got to go. No. Overcome your fear. Well, you overcame it. You died. Who does that? Rich people. Rich people do that. Hey, let's go up in a ship. We're going to go up. We're going to shoot the ship off. And we're going to go. And then it didn't happen. And then it happens. And you're sitting there looking dumb. Sitting there looking like an idiot. Virgin Atlantic? Ain't no way I would have gotten that thing. Oh, we're going to say we went to space. Hey, honey, yeah, you weren't in space. You were in the upper stratosphere, but you were not in space. Well, why is that? Because if you were in space, yeah, you would not have come back. You do understand that. You have to have a re-entry when you're in space. And re-entry, which means you need tiles on your craft so you don't burn up. So if you didn't burn up coming back down to Earth, you didn't go to space. Okay? You didn't go to space. It's a little bit of a thing called physics and physical science. You didn't go to space. You went high enough to become weightless because the plane arced. And just like a regular flying airplane, if it goes up or down, you float out your seat. Oh, look at that. That's why I tell you put the seatbelt on. But you did not go to space. I feel like an astronaut. You sound like an idiot. You know what they was probably playing up in space? TS. And now with 101.7 The Truth traffic, here's Debbie Lazica.
Southbound 41, still a heavy ride from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Burleigh. The northbound side backing up from just before Mayfair Road up to Hampton. Southbound 894 also backing up from about Oklahoma Avenue down and around the Hale interchange past Forest Home. Westbound 94 backed up out of the Marquette all the way past Hawley Road. Eastbound's got a couple of pockets. One from just before Highway 16 all the way through to almost Brookfield Road. And then again from 92nd Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Southbound 43, watch for delays from North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Are you scrolling through life instead of living it? With US Cellular's US Mode, it's easier than ever to block out distractions and focus on what truly matters, making genuine connections. And now, through the 10K Life in US Mode sweepstakes, you could win $10,000 to reconnect with what's most important. Imagine the joy of creating lifelong memories with loved ones on a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Don't miss out. Enter now at giveaway.uscellular.com. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes runs now till August 31st, 2025. See official rules online. Switch to US Mode and live more.
Botox can do more for men than just smooth out wrinkles. It can help reduce chronic migraines, stress-related facial tension, and even excessive sweating. Come on out to Botox and Beers Saturday, September 13th at Sweet Tox in Menominee Falls. It's an event for men who want to feel better, perform better, and look sharp without the fuss. Come and watch college football, get treated with Botox in the low-key, no-pressure setting of Sweet Tox, then have a brew when you're done. Spots are limited, so reserve yours now at SweetTox.com. That is SLEETTOX.com.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together, we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve, and I am grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers lose their second series in a row, this time to the Giants. They lost Sunday's game 3-4.
God, I wish we could have got that for you, huh? Yeah. What a great crowd, and it's just such great turnout to honor such an incredible man, and then just a great event.
The crew now welcomes the Arizona Diamondbacks to Milwaukee for a 4-game series. The Packers win their final preseason game 20-7 against the Seahawks, but now it's time for cuts to be made.
And this is always kind of a bittersweet time in terms of you got to say goodbye to a lot of guys that have busted their butt for months and months and years.
September 7th begins their regular season. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Yeah, I must have touched the... Somebody said, all right, OGDK. Anyway. Technotronic, pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Jam. Now, that's old school. Miles said, I thought they have converted everyone into using the multi-factor authentication. Well, but you have to actually do it. Like, if you don't do it, then your Gmail is open. It's open. It's open. Reginald say, money and luxury items. You mean like a trophy wife? No, I don't mean that. No, that's not what I mean. Those are luxury items. No, it's not. What about a personal assistant? They're pretty cheap online. You can find one in a foreign country, and you can pay like $10 an hour and have people that'll do all that stuff for you. So, see, I know you're younger, so you don't really understand about personal assistants and all that. But yeah, you can get them fairly cheap.
I have friends who send all their audio and video overseas to have it edited and stuff.
Yep.
Where's that at for us?
Well, you better be careful. Better be careful. Somebody say it sounds like life insurance. Somebody said a $500 million yacht. Who would buy a $500 million yacht? You'd have to have like at least $100 billion to buy a $500 million yacht. That's just me. Dude sailed off into the sunrise. Yep. I read that correctly? Yeah, he just, yeah. And Sonny Bono, right? Like Reginald said, smashes into a tree. They actually went and told them to stop. You know what a diamond black hill is? That means if you don't have if you're not rated as an expert skier, don't even do that. Like, don't even go. Some of the moderate ones are like, you'll break your neck. This is a black. They were skiing backwards. They were playing football. Hey, let's throw the football around. Hey, dude, stop doing that. You cannot do that here. You are going to hurt. Runs into a tree. Who does that? Like, of all the ways I want to die, running into a tree while I'm skiing? Come on. That don't make no sense. Miles say Mount Everest is a no for me, but I definitely want to spend a night or two in one of their hotels overlooking the mountain. No, I don't. Somebody said, Dimitri said, by the way, the Saudi royal family owns a $500 million yacht. Okay, let me help you with something. The amount of oil they have is approaching $1 trillion. It's like you making $100,000 a year and having a $250 a month car note. Like, they're really gonna like you could invest it and take the interest and pay your car note. Like, come on. And they pay cash for it probably. Hey, here you go. I'm just saying. The subject is still luxury items that can cause death, right? Yep. Excessive plastic surgery. That is true. Did you know that they use Botox for headaches now? So some of the things, that's one of those, yeah, we use it for this and then we got this. And it's like the, no. What is it? The Avon spray, right? That ended up being a bug killer. You could spray and use it for skin so soft. And you can now use it and it's a mosquito repellent. So, I mean, sometimes stuff happens. There's a Russian billionaire who owns Eclipse Yacht. It's $1.5 billion. And this yacht includes advanced security systems like missile defense and bulletproof windows. If you can blow up an airplane, come on now. You don't think you could blow up this yacht? They bombed the Pentagon. Come on. I get it, though. I said I'm going to go to Turkey and get a hair transplant this year. Why don't you just cut it off? Like, I've never understood guys with bald spots who don't just cut their hair off. Or people that wear it around here. I don't understand that at all.
No, I have a lot of friends who text me new razors that they've got coming out. They also, everybody's texting me, come on home. It's just tough, man.
Like, I would have to live on my yacht for $500 million. I'm just living on it. Like, this is my house. So I guess you would have to have, like, missile defense systems and all that, but they're not going to work. You can always find something that's stealth and you won't know it. Or some guy from SEAL team will just roll up and put something on the bottom and leave. And then boom.
What are you doing to have, like, people trying to attack your yacht? That's my thing, too.
Well, how can I say this? A lot of people that make money have usually made somebody mad, at least one. Fired somebody. Yep. Matthew said, I just have a receding hairline and my crown is bald. So it's not a lot of work.
Come home.
Reginald said, that's a horseshoe masquerading his hair. I'm telling you. I tell you. I'm just not with it. I think if you need help, you should go get help. But also do you. Like, if you decide this is how I'm gonna wear my hair, wear your hair. That's why I've never understood the weaves and the extensive braids and all that. Some people look beautiful in it, and other people I'm going, you don't have the skin complexion for like blonde hair. Like, that's not, you don't. But I guess everybody has their thing. Everybody has their, tough thing. I don't know. I ran across this story on JS, one of them, JS Online. It took me for a loop because I didn't really think about this, but now I'm gonna start asking my medical doctor, like, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" Like, I'm gonna ask them the questions they ask me. In the span of Dr. Jesse Ehrenfeld's career as an anesthesiologist, he lost 3 colleagues to suicide. He's only in his 40s. Those losses weigh heavily on him, who also serves as an executive director of the Advancing a Healthier Wisconsin Endowment at the Medical College. He said, for me, it's very personal to have lived through those losses and to think about how the system has failed those physicians, my colleagues, because the problem is not the person. The problem is the system we drop these people into. The system is at the center of a new report released by the journal, the JAMA, American Medical Association, the Journal of the American Medical Association Network, on August 14th. The report, co-authored by Aaron Fell, underscores the severe mental health treatment gaps of physicians, the culture of fear and stigma that deters seeking help, and the profound consequences for physicians. So we get asked questions, but then the question is, do physicians get asked this question? 1/3 of physicians struggle with depression, nearly 1/4 with anxiety, 10% have post-traumatic stress disorder, rates far higher than the general public. Female physicians, 52% higher rate of dying by suicide compared to women in the general population. So then you have to ask, when the doctor's asking you all these questions, maybe you need to ask them. Medical students see it as a strength to stay up all night at work, which is ridiculous. Working 100 hours. Would you really want somebody working on you in an emergency room that's been up 100 hours? No. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But yet, we see it all the time. The tendencies to go towards perfection. Personality traits that operate very strongly in the background of medical culture. And that's some of the things that drive doctors to work so hard. And then with systems wanting to save money, wanting to do those types of things. Personally, I asked my doctor. I actually interviewed my doctor. I told people before. I interviewed my doctor. Hey, it's 101.7 The Truth, Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation, rigorously tested for quality and performance to last for years, and built to create long-term energy savings. And if you order within the next 6 days, by August 31st, you get 0% interest for up to 5 full years. How do you do all that? Visit PellaWI.com, PellaWI.com.
Dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 101.7thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Truck crash? Call Gruber's offices. One call, that's all.
It's been one of those days. One of those days. I want to say thank you for being here. Good hanging out, having a great time. That stuff. Yeah. I want to say thanks to Mao and Dimitri and Reginald and who else was up here? SE. I think SE was the first one after I got in. First time I ever got in. Iran. All that stuff. I'm just saying. Appreciate it. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Truth Unfiltered's coming up. You got me for another 2 hours. Then you got some Tory Lowe and on throughout the rebroadcast day until 22 hours from now. I'm going to roll back in, God willing, and harass people. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Just make sure you download the app and you can listen to us live or you can listen to the rebroadcast. All you want. Or you can stream and watch us live on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Just make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You never, ever, 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 ever miss a live show. God bless. Take care. I'm out.